I think it's in that. It should be right there. No, no, no. Still saying nothing coming. Oh, you got waiting. Damn heat. I don't know if yours is going to be sitting. I guess they got. Yeah. No, they got room. We can go around. Yeah, we on. Yeah, we on. That's the one you use for your house now. Yeah, when you talk about. We on. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Don't let him overload us before we look up. They spilled all the ice. Oh, did they? Wow. This ice is too messy. I don't know if you got it. Oh, I didn't see it. I was going around dropping a rifle. And we dropped it. I dropped it before we left. And then this brother dropped it over here. Yeah. Done. We the Hebrew Israelites, right? Come out here week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, right? And the wicked 2/3 of our own people, right? And Lord willing, we're part of that number that get called up, right? Because the many are called, but few are chosen. So we're coming out here on faith, man, right? We're faith-based Israelites, right? So with all that, we want to give all praise and all honor, facing the east. Glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua, Ba'asham, Mukaddash. Right? Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, to the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching the truth of sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hope for the elect, shalom, to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father, and have come back to the fold. Shalom to your sisters, to Pakrakim, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader with meekness and with silence. And we're going to come out here and prophesy, and we're going to give you the things that's going on current, like, I mean, we're probably going to the missiles too, basically, because the brother mentioned that they have the missiles, and they want to put missiles in Germany, right? Russia's not happy. And Russia's not too happy about that. But then we have our whole other debacle about with the elections, right? So we know that President what's called Biden, Sleepy Joe, basically weekend at Bernie's. Now he so-called caught this COVID, and I was going to do a lesson on it earlier, but the Lord allowed me to remember when Trump lost the election. Guess what he caught too? Yeah, the C-19. He caught the C-19 when he so-called lost the election. So this is a telltale sign to the elite, right? Can you get that one? That they speak with their hands in Proverbs, right? They basically they speak in code. The elite, They speak with their hands. They speak with different things. They speak in different signs. You know, they're doing this and this and not, and you know what I mean. And the so-called OK symbol is to say that they're okay, but really go back to 666. So they speak in these different codes and even sometimes in symbolisms in ways of life, right? This just symbolizes him having the COVID, symbolizes him saying to the elite and the other rulers of the world that he's not the president, right? And then this proves also that how weak America is, because with him being in basically out of commission, even for a little bit, even just for sick, that automatically made Kamala Harris president. So that means you have a woman right now as president that's ruling over you. So that proves how weak America really is, right?
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, and I'm going to start off in verse 12. It says, a naughty person, right, a wicked man walketh with a forward mouth.
Right, and that's this place, America, Babylon the Great. They walk forward with pride, man. And they're wicked. Everything they do, they broke all the treaties that they made with the Indians, right? And now everybody believes the so-called white man is a good guy, right? He raped, robbed, and murdered 100 million Native Americans, 100 million so-called Negroes, or 100 million so-called Mexicans, right? But by the way, those people are Israelites. So you touch the apple of the Most High's eye, right? You know? So you walk forward means pride, right?
But it says, he winketh with his eyes,
right?
He speaketh with his feet.
See, those are the code symbols. He go up there and say, hey, you know, I'm like that. He wink with his eye. He turn a certain way. Even what's his name? Oprah Winfrey. When what's his name? Dave Chappelle was speaking to him about making men wear dress, especially black men at that, wearing dresses. She had her hand on her temple, and that was like a telltale sign to the elite saying she ain't with this, right? Even Funk Master Flex did that. One of the dudes was rapping, and he did a thing saying something about I'll box you out, square men, and put you in a circle or something like that. And the Funk Master Flex put his hand on his temple. But see, most people don't understand that. Those are symbols and signs. So just like this whole thing with him catching the COVID, it's a symbol and a sign saying that, hey, he has to bow out, and they're going to have to let Trump be in there, which is going to ensue more race wars. It's going to ensue the civil wars, race wars, famine, the death, the pestilence. And before Trump left, before he lost that, he was pushing Operation Warp Speed. So what's Operation Warp Speed? It's pushing in the RFID chip, pushing in a way to so-called get a handle on knowing who everybody is. And that's one of the mechanisms he's going to use. Okay, you know what? We're gonna allow the so-called illegal immigrants to come in, but we're going to tag them, right? Tag them and bag them, right? Go ahead.
He winketh with his eyes,
right?
He speaketh with his feet,
right?
He teaches with his fingers,
right? And that's what they do. They speak, have these presidential conferences and all these different things, and it's a way to let the other elite, the other square men, right, around the world know what's going on, right? They do it put subliminal message in movies, witchcraft, yeah, right?
It says, forwardness is in his heart. He divideth mischief continually. He soweth discord.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. Hey, and what's ultimately what discourse is he sowing? He's going to sow in race wars, uproars of the people, right? Yeah, can you get that? Isaiah 19:19. Can you get that uproars of the people? After that,
it says, verse 15 is therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Right. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
Hey, that's ultimately what's happening, right? Because he's still doing a thing. He think he's controlling it. He think he got a grasp of it. His thing is, okay, we know that this happened under the time of Rome. Oh no, Greece, it happened to him first. Then they knew what happened to him under Rome, right? So now it's their thing to say, you know what? If we do it ourselves, if we self-sabotage it, we can have control over it, right? We can have a handle on it. That's their thing. Okay, well, we'll beat the Most High to the punch. and then we'll be able to offset prophecy, right? That's their thought.
Right. It says, these 6 things that the Lord Yahweh Hashem will hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Yeah. Hey, this so-called white constantly breaks all the treaties of the world, of the land, right? The Lord says about certain trees. I was just thinking about that the other day. The Lord said you're only supposed to cut out a certain amount of trees to build up a building around, a structure. And you're not supposed to. But this guy goes around and cut out complete acres and acres of rainforest and trees. So he's already broken the covenant of the world. That's a covenant that you're not supposed to go against the trees, man, like that.
Right. It says a proud look, a lying tongue,
right,
and hands that shed innocent blood.
Right, and through his military, he has pride. So he goes around, have military bases everywhere, which is why he wants to set up a base in Germany, right? So they can have a missile. And Germany is a strategic position to shoot a missile into Russia, right? This is why they were trying to do the whole thing with Ukraine. Ukraine is a great position as far as war-wise, strategically. It'll place them in a good space to shoot missiles right into Russia, right? But that's why Vladimir Putin he's against that. That's why he's pushing them back. That's why he brought in his military to push them back.
And it says, and heart that devises wicked imaginations.
Yeah, that's their heart.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Heart meaning mind. That their mind is to run to mischief, and their mischief is what? To bring in the RFID chip, to bring in the New World Order, overthrow prophecy, and say that they're going to keep their birthright. They're going to keep, because they're ruling. Their thing is to keep their rulership now, right? So they're in rulership now. Their thing is to keep it. So that's a wicked. What was that? That's a wicked imagination.
Right. I got a quick precept to go with
Oh, can you read that a little bit? Right. What you just said?
Yeah. It says, and heart, meaning the mind, that devises wicked imaginations.
They make devices. They create it. They're creating this situation. The whole thing with Trump being shot in the ear, that was a creation, right? It's a thing called crisis actors. I mean, like I was telling people, when the shots were going off, you're boom, 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 you're at least 3-4 times. Why didn't the crowd run? Okay, they were saying that the people come up with the thing where the noise, it wasn't that much. It was kind of low. It was like a low sounding gun. But after you seen him hit the ground, where was the people running? When you seen him hit the ground, I would have been running.
leaned in.
They were leaning, and they were trying to pretend like they were trying to duck. Come on, man. How more fake can you get? But if you people fall for that, that's on you, right?
Right. Yep. This is a heart that devises wicked imaginations.
Right.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Hey, they're running to mischief, right? Because they're going to run into World War III, but it's going to be what their demise. It just said they're going to be the destruction, man. Right. You're going to run into mischief, thinking, hey, I'm going to be able to try to control this thing, and you're going to run into destruction. Feet that run to mischief, and you're going to run into destruction, man. And that's why they're over there in in the Congo. They're in Haiti, stealing their natural resources. They're running to mischief. They're running to go steal, and at the same time of trying to keep their birthright, they're still devouring, stealing, and killing and raping people while they're still trying to tell God, look at these people who's nothing. They're at the bottom. Look at these so-called niggers and these spicks, and then look at them, Lord. We should have the birthright, right? Look at them. They're in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, smoking weed, getting drunk, doing all sorts of stupid stuff, man. But they don't realize there's a remnant, 7,000, like the Lord said, that will not bow their knees to Baal, which goes into the 144,000, man. 7 meaning completion, man. Right?
And you have the great multitude.
You got that great multitude.
Right. This is 2 Ezra 9, starting at the top. So he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right. That's what we're doing, man. That's as a hopeful elect. Right, that's what you should be doing. If you're anywhere, so-called, say you're a believer in the Most High, you should be measured. You should, hey, that's what solidified that the Bible is real, right? Go ahead.
It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass.
What signs? How do you know the part of the signs are past? Because those signs are in the Bible, man. So you have to read the Bible.
Which I have told thee before.
Where did he tell you that before? In the scriptures, in the Bible, through the prophets, through the men of the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
Then shalt thou know, then shalt thou understand.
Right. Then you shall understand what with all that reading, get understanding, right?
That it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. So once you get discernment, get your discernment, and get what? Get understanding. Right? With all that get what? Understanding, man. Right? You have to go and get that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. So that's what it is, man.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Yes, uproars and peoples in the world, right? Uproars, what? What, do again?
This is verse 3, 2 Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen.
So you're starting to see that. You've seen the yellow vest. You've seen the what was that? The other one when they were dumping their soil on the lawns of their constituents, their so-called leaders. They were dumping their lawn. The farmers were, because they were trying to tell them that they can't farm anymore. Right?
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes,
right,
and uproars of the people in the world.
Right, and you see earthquakes in weird places. New York, Jersey, some places that you would see. You got was it Florida sinking? The water level is coming up above the Florida, and they're trying to figure out a way to build a makeshift thing to try to keep the water from overtaking Florida. So you got a lot of things that's going on, right? And you see the uproars of the people, and it also. Oh, matter of fact, go ahead.
No, I got one more.
Okay, go ahead. Talking about the Monsanto, right? When they go seed, Monsanto. I believe when they dropped the
right
on the lawn, they dropped all their fertilizer and things and rolled their tractors and blocked the branches. No, that's the branches, the yellow vest.
No, they had something else because of the farmers.
Yeah, but that was a bunch of branches. That was a bunch of branches. That was actually there was a bunch of people in Europe. There was a lot of the countries in Europe. It wasn't just I think they did it like a unison thing. They all kind of went out there. It was all in Europe. All in Europe. They were all blocking the roads with their tractors. Right?
Second Ezra 9 and 4 says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, even from the beginning, because the Lord said that He tells you the end from the beginning. So now we're living in the time of what? Of the end. Right? But 19.
Isaiah 19 and 19?
19 and 1.
This is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth
spiritually called Egypt, America, Babylon the Great, spiritually known as Egypt,
rideth upon a swift cloud.
Yeah, the chariot, they call UAPs, UFOs, the Lord, who they call Jesus Christ, falsely called Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai, and will come riding upon a cloud, right? A chariot, shoot concentrated laser beams, right? Destruction, judgment is coming to this place. Go ahead.
And shall come into Egypt.
Right, this place, America, Babylon the Great.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Right, and at his presence, you're going to realize that Jesus Christos right? What you call Jesus Christ, real name is Yahweh Shai, you're going to see him be what they call a Negro or a black man, and he's going to be an angry so-called black. And when you're going to see, that's going to make all your idols just disappear. You're going to be like, oh, whoa, this is opposite of what you thought it was going to be. Completely opposite. So your idols are going to melt right along with your heart. You're going to be so afraid, and you're going to see that who you thought was that guy that's over there in Rio de Janeiro, that big old statue. You're going to think that's coming, but you're going to see something completely different. Man, hey man, flying upon a cloud that's big as a mountain. You're going to see a flying mountain flying around. Whew.
I got a good piece of what? This is Book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse.
Right.
And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Right. That's your house shot.
And in righteousness he does judge and make war.
Yeah, hey, and that's what he's coming to do, man. He's coming to judge and make war. That's a beautiful precept. But keep going.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt
Right.
in the midst of it.
Yeah, that's all I said. Their heart gonna melt. They're gonna be afraid when they realize it's not what they expected. Because that's what it tells you that in Second Esdras, not Second Esdras, but Wisdom of Solomon 5. It said it was all beyond what they had looked for, hoped for. Yeah, because it was far beyond what they hoped for or looked for. Right?
This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And I'm going to start at the top. And it reads, it says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And Lord willing, that's us. I mean, hopefully, like, Lord willing, we be the elect. We be those righteous men that stand forth with great boldness, man. Right?
And made no account of his labors.
Right.
It says,
Slavery,
yep.
Jim Crow things that we had to go through, the inventions that we created that they don't give us credit for, stealing Henrietta Lacks's organs and using her DNA to make all the different medicines, and they wouldn't pay her family a dime. They refused to pay her family. They owe her family trillions of dollars because they didn't ask to get that lady's DNA, but they use that DNA and make billions and trillions of dollars every day, right? Using her DNA, which is a so-called black woman, which is an Israelite, right? By the way, and you owe us, but that's okay. The Lord's going to pay you back double.
Right. It says, when they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear.
Hey, when you see it, hey, you're going to be troubled. Hey, with terrible fear. Hey, this is not a regular fear. When you're talking about the power that created this world, you know how much more afraid you're going to be. I've seen demons, man. When you see the anger and the thing, it's almost like that thing is anger that's beyond your understanding, your comprehension, man. Hey, man.
I got a quick piece of if I can. This is Job chapter 18, and so much of it, but I'll get right to the point. Verse 9, it says, The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him.
Right, the jinn is a snare, is a trap, and this whole thing thinking they get their birthright back is a trap to them.
Right.
That's really what the Lord is doing. This is a trap to you to come against the elect. Because of course you kill a lot of them other Israelites because they ain't right. But your whole thing is to go against the elect, to go after the elect. Right.
It says the snare is laid for him in the ground and a trap for him in the way.
Second Esdras 16 and 7. Second Esdras 16 and 7. Okay.
Okay, here's the point though. It says terrors shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet.
Right. Hey, he's gonna be like, oh shit. Yeah. He's gonna have to stand up because he think on his throne. Remember, because it tells you in the scriptures that he should sit on the throne of God. Right. So he's gonna be on his throne, but while he's thinking he's on the throne of God, and when he see the actual real Lord, it's going, oh shit. You have to look up. Every eye should see him, according to Revelations 1 and 7, right?
Here's a little bit more. It says his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
Hunger bitten. Hey, you have you ever been hungry, starving? He said his strength should be hunger bitten. So it ain't gonna be nothing you can do to stop it, man. Right?
It's gonna go into Yahweh Shai. It says it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength.
Right, yeah, the whole, yeah, that was about Yahweh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The firstborn of the dead, which is our brother. So that's what ultimately we're doing. We're hoping we're coming back from it because this place is dead. We're dead here in this world. We're dead to this world, but we're alive unto Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Right?
But there's still a little bit more that wasn't Solomon.
Okay, cool.
It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing they're going to be looking at. They're going to stand up on it. Oh my God. They're going to be looking, it's going to be strange of the salvation of the so-called Negro, so-called Native American, so-called Hispanic, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful.
And they're going to be like Rudy and Toy Story. Look, boys, Asians. It says, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah, so far beyond what they had thought it was going to be. And when they see a so-called angry black man, that's going to be beyond what they thought about. So all their idols and things are going to get fucking wasted. They're going to their whole hope, like they're hoping Donald Trump is going to be destroyed, man. Right? But
this is Ezekiel 28 and 9, and King James, and it reads, "Wilt thou say before him that slayeth thee, I am a God?"
right, yeah. That's beautiful because look, that's what he's saying. He's going to sit in the throne of God, but when the real power show up, you're going to have to, with fear, you're going to stand up on your feet. And can you think you can slay the real God? Go ahead.
Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am a God?
Yeah. So when the Lord comes to judgment, are you going to say you're a God? Hey, ultimately, you're going to fear, but thus fight. So technically, I guess so. You're going to say, yeah, I'm a God. I'm a God good enough to come against you. So in a sense, he's saying, yeah, he's God. He's going to fight. He's going to be a frightened, but thus fight anyway. So by fighting, you're saying you're a God.
But thou shalt be a man and no God.
Yeah, but you're going to be a man and no God. You're going to get wasted, man. So,
in the hand of him that slayeth thee.
Right, because you're trying to steal your birthright back. Right? And that's ultimately what this whole new order thing is. Them trying to bring in the Karagma to what steal his birthright back. Right? Can you go back to that 19 years?
If I may add, that also goes into in Isaiah 14, where it says Lucifer,
right?
You're speaking about the
Illuminati,
right?
Yeah, the Illuminati.
And it says, "Is this the man?"
Right.
That's who it
Which
is.
proves that Lucifer is just a man, which goes into the Illuminati, man. Right? Lucifer meaning light bearer, and the light bearer is just a man. He's just someone who confused the world. He did all his lies as he was taking over, and he only allowed you to learn basically white supremacy in school or in church. In school and church was white supremacy everywhere you went, and that's their whole thing. Is that's why the people are filled with what gross darkness, right? Gross darkness to people.
Right. He's just in the power seat. He got the sword, the blessing. That's all it is.
Yeah, I was thinking the best example you have of that scripture is Hulk and Loki. When Hulk snatched his ass up and the pile driving him.
Oh,
It's like puny God. And that's how you gonna go out, Esau.
Puny man.
Puny man. You know? And this is Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Right. So really, ultimately, this is what he's trying to do. You got that Genesis 3. Yeah. Because ultimately, that's what he's trying to do. He think he's. Can you do it? You got the blue letter? Okay.
What do you want? You got the blue letter, bro?
I do. Okay, go ahead.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother.
Yeah, and everyone's fighting against his brother, which goes into what? Civil war, race wars, class wars, man against woman, woman against man, which then the women are going to realize all that feminism is going to go out the window. They're going to lose real quick, and then they're going to get real feminine real fast. But I'm kind of like what they do now, but I'm a lady. Are you going to kill a lady like that?
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes. Yes. Right. And plenty of you so-called supposed to be women, you're going to get judged, man. That's part of your judgment. Right? Those are three. No. Yeah.
This is Genesis 3 at the top.
Yeah.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh Shai Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
Right? So as the Lord said, that you should not eat of every tree of the garden. Right? So this, what is that? Here's what? Subtil. Subtil. This way, to go into that word in
Subtil.
Yeah, in the blue letter. Because ultimately, what he had to go through the woman, which that's what they're doing now. They're going through the woman, right? Through first it was through Section 8 and all these other different things, but now they're going to use the woman as far as this character, man. They're going to show that things are going to be on because women love comfort, so women are going to be the first one to get the character, right? And then they're going to use the woman to try to coerce you to get the character, because the woman like character, and you men are women worshipers, man. You like to worship the woman, so they're going to use the woman. Okay.
He's got something.
Okay.
This is subtle. It's arum. It means subtle, shrewd, crafty,
Right.
sly,
Sensible.
So basically, it's crafty, sly, sensible. That's what subtle is.
Right. They're tricksters, man.
Tricks you. So their thing is to come and use this thing, the race wars and things, because it's called order out of chaos, right? So out of order, out of chaos, they figure they can come in and
Right, because that's why Yahweh Shai, when he called King Harry, says that's like fox, because they're like foxes, man.
Right.
Foxes are very
cunning,
slippery,
sly.
cunning, yeah.
Sly.
That's why he said they're like the prophets. They also said the prophets are like what foxes in the desert, man, because they're very tricky and they're worse. And that's what the serpent was, man. He came trying to trick the woman. Hey, did the Lord say not to eat of all the trees in the garden?
Yeah, because he's being crafty. Yeah,
Right.
right. Because it's a way to kind of trick her, because of course you can eat of all the trees but one. So he added something that wasn't there. So you can't eat of any of the trees. So of course she's gonna answer and say, no, it ain't all the trees. Right? A way to open up a conversation.
Right, there you go.
Right, and he got it. He opened up the conversation.
He reeled her in.
He reeled her in. Yeah.
It should have been like stranger danger.
Yeah, she should have been stranger danger, fire. Or they tell you to say fire, right? Because when you say help, no one comes, because nobody want to run towards help to work towards the danger. So they say say fire, right? When you women are about to get raped or something, because people are run to go try to help put out a fire.
Right.
Yeah, great.
It's going to show you that serpent was a man, you know?
Right.
Because,
Right.
so this is from 8, the word beast, which goes Strong's H2416. It's high. And it means lively, active of man. So that beast is talking about a man, you know, and that's who that serpent was. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you Christians think that the serpent was a snake. You know what I mean? But a snake can't speak. When has anybody heard of a snake that can speak? But the serpent,
it's the characteristics, yeah.
It's symbolic.
Yeah, going into the characteristics of a man, right? That's why you would say that snake in the grass. Right. You know, what you call him down over there? He was doing such that old snake in the grass. Hey, the Lord was doing that too, man. He's giving you what's it called? Similitudes of things that of of what things are, you know, and what really is. But see, that's why you got to be able to break down the Bible. You have to be able to discern, have that discernment to understand that it was actually a man.
Right, I'll go into that word serpent real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's this is H5172 because you got to go to the root word, okay? And it says to practice divination, divine, observe signs, see, learn by experience, diligently observe, practice fortune
learn by
telling.
what experience, and what the white man, he studied you, Jakes, man,
Right.
and he learned you by experience. And then a lot of times, just like the scripture, I think it's in Isaiah 3. It says you guys seek love, and you show him your ways. So a lot of times he don't even gotta study you. You'll just tell him. You Jakes will just let Esau know everything about you. You give yourself over to the so-called white man, right? Right?
Yeah, the wicked, even the wicked have
'Cause
taught them their ways.
you love the white man any more than you love yourself, right?
Right.
Because we tell you they can't be saved, but we're talking about you. We're talking about how you could be saved. But what about the so-called white? What about this? What about that? Well, what about yourself? What about we're in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservation, and the white man put us here? But the white man can be saved, though, huh? Come on, get out of here,
Yeah.
man.
So
You're fucking full of yourself, man.
just going to the Strauss definition, to hiss, i.e. a whisper,
Right.
a magic spell.
Right, hey, that's what he does,
Yeah,
especially to Eve.
Yeah.
He whispers to Eve, and it's a magic spell. You know what I mean? They show you all these great Ten Commandments and Passion of the Christ, and you niggas really believe this shit, man, because you don't do no studying, right?
God,
So-
he was just a witch, man, a warlock.
The movie they made with the new Moses,
Right.
you know, that God's the King.
Gods and
Oh,
kings,
yeah,
and
man.
they put all these different Bible stories, because they even had that on what you call them, like on regular TV. It was on NBC or some one of them.
Make sure his face. Is
Yeah,
the
make
one
sure it was
you see.
Esau, the main one. But
You getting history, but you getting it wrong.
right,
This is Genesis 3 at the top. It says,
it's an amplified version.
Amplified version.
I need one.
This is the amplified version. It says, now the serpent was more crafty, subtle, skilled in deceit than any living creature of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made.
Read it again, bro. Read it again.
This is the amplified version. Genesis 3 at the top. The
Right,
amplified
because
version.
it breaks it down. The amplified version kind of breaks it down a little bit better than, you know, as far as English wise, right?
It says, now the serpent was more crafty,
Crafty, see,
which means subtle, skilled in deceit.
subtle, skilled in what? In deceit. So ultimately, that's what they're doing. They're gonna do this thing called order out of chaos. They're gonna create the race wars, the famines, the death, the pestilence, in order to give you a thing where you have no choice, but to surrender unto them.
Right.
Because it's going to be the only way to get back to normal, which that's what they were telling you under the CV19. They were saying, hey, look, everybody just take it and we'll go back to normal. But at the same time, they were saying you'll go back to normal. They kept telling you that this is the new normal. So which one was it?
Lying.
Right, yeah, deceitfulness, craftiness that the Esau gives you, the self-proclaimed so-called. He's going to lie to you, subtility. He's going to tell you that it's going to be benefiting you, but it's not going to benefit you.
And he tells you that it's not going to, is while he's telling you it's going to.
Right,
He'll
yeah.
give you everything that's not going to, that's the small print. Like with his medication as well, you know? He'll tell you everything that's benefiting, but, you know what I mean? The small print, you know what I mean, may cause suicidal thoughts. Wait, what? All to get rid of a rash? Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's how this devil operates.
Yeah.
Very, very smooth.
But
It says, then any living creature,
than any living creature. So all the other nations, this devil's the most crafty of all the other nations, man. Right? He's the main one that's going to lie to you.
Right, the children of this world are wiser than the
Children
children
of
of
light.
light. Yeah.
Right.
says, then any living creature of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made.
Right.
And the serpent, Satan, said to the woman,
Satan meaning adversary, because Satan goes, which proves Satan in itself being adversary proves that it's just a man, right? adversaries just mean this person's our natural enemy. He's our natural born enemy from the beginning, right?
And if what you were saying, he gonna lie to you. He gonna lie to you according to what you want to hear. Especially with our people, the lie he tells you was the lie you actually wanted to hear. It just fit into what you wanted to do anyway.
Right. Well, that's what it tells you in the scriptures. It says that they close the ear when someone speaks, and says, "Speaketh not to me all these words, but speaketh to me smooth words." Right? Tell us why. They want to hear the lies. Right?
And he figured, hey, he studied.
This is, can it really be that Yahweh has said, "You shall not eat from any tree of the garden"?
Wait, say it again. See how that this one, this is the amplified version, so it's a little bit different. Let's see.
It says,
Can it be?
can it really be
Hey, can it really be
that Yahweh has said, "You shall not eat from any tree of the garden"?
And that's a sly way to do it. Hey, can it really be that he said you can't eat of any of these trees? Are you sure that can't be true? Then it opened up the door so she could start talking, right? Like she liked it, right? Skip down to the 7. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, go to 4.
Genesis 3 and 4 says, and the serpent said unto the woman, "Ye shall not surely die."
Right.
For Yahweh does know that in the day ye eat.
Yeah, the serpent said, "You shall not surely die." See, after man, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. You sure the Lord said that to you? You sure the Lord said that to you? You know what I'm saying? Now, all the trees? He knew it wasn't all the trees because obviously they've been eaten. They had been eaten before that, so he knew it wasn't all the trees. Right? Go ahead, keep going.
For Yahweh does know that in the day ye eat thereof, even your eyes shall be open,
Right.
and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
And this is where he told the truth. Where you will be as God, knowing good and evil. You'll be able to see and know that you know the difference between good and evil. But where he lied and said you weren't gonna die. Right?
Because the trees represented the nation.
Right.
And the philosophies, that's the fruit.
Right.
See? And she was taking in all that stuff, man.
Philosophy.
Yeah. You can do it by yourself, girl.
Yeah, that's
you know
Eve.
what I'm saying?
Eve, the serpent claimed so.
You don't need Adam.
Yeah, you don't need the man in your house.
Yeah.
You don't need them to raise your children. You're a good, strong black woman. You can raise your kids all by yourself. And now you got monsters, gang banging monsters, because you can raise kids all by yourself. Right? Murderers and gang banging monsters, man. That's what the Lord said. Minstrous monsters, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's you fucking jakes, man. Right?
You got a precept from the outside.
Oh, you know what?
Verse 6, it says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food.
Right. The other nations, yeah, you could be amongst them, and you could do a lot of things. And see, that's even the Lord. The Lord said you can eat of all the trees, but you like I was saying before, there's a lot of good things in all different things. But it's when you start taking in the corruptive things that they have, right? You can commit abortion, adultery, and it's okay it's okay if long as if he's treating you a certain way, you could just leave. No, according to our thing, the man has to give you the bill of divorce. You can't just decide to go be with whatever and do whatever you want to do. Right?
As long as that man living, that's your husband.
That's your husband. Right? So these are things, the philosophies of these other nations, and they'll tell you, oh, well, this is just an animal. It just died just seconds ago. The Lord said you can't eat anything that died of itself. But it just died. It's still fresh though. It's not like it's been out here for 2 days. Come on, let's go ahead and just eat it. And it's just roadkill. Because they even say that now in America. It's legal for you to eat roadkill, right? Right. This thing, if you go on the side of the road or something hit, you can take it home and eat it. That is an abomination to the Lord, man. You cannot do that. But this is Esau. This is how he tricked you. You think it's okay. People eating frogs and snakes and eating madness, man. Possums and shit.
and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
Yeah, it was pleasant to him. Hey, man, hey, man, we're gonna go party. We're gonna celebrate Christmas.
Right.
We're gonna do all these different things. See, under the Lord, we couldn't do this type of stuff. So let's just do it.
Right.
It's
Going back
fun.
to what, the lust of the flesh and the lust of
The
the
eyes, right? Yeah. But
That's it. And a tree to be desired to make one wise.
right, see, yeah. And now I'm wise, and you're wise in your own what conceit. Now you're wise in your own conceit, because now you're wise. You're saying I'm a self-made man, a safe-made millionaire under your society where you take selfies, where you do your self-service gas, and everything's about yourself, man. Right? You can do bad all by yourself, right? And that's ultimately what you're gonna do too. When the danger come, when Jacob's trouble come, a lot of you women and you men, but you women are gonna really feel it, man. Right? You're gonna know.
She took of the fruit thereof and
Right.
did eat.
And did eat, man. Hey, I could be my own woman.
Yeah.
I don't gotta listen to Adam. Adam, they say, fuck you, nigga. I ain't gotta listen to you. You ain't my daddy. That's exactly down. That come from that right there. It's just you saying, nigga, you ain't my. I ain't gotta listen to you. You know what I mean?
That probably came eventually after she got him to eat.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, she probably went in there real southern like this.
Yeah. Somehow, yeah. Got Esau. Yeah.
Adam, darling.
How you doing, well, you know, like I don't do a lot.
You must be kids, baby.
I see you working in the field all day, but let me tell you about all these philosophies. See, they good. And look, I done died. Guess who I'm at? Right? And the next minute after that, you take your guys out. Right. You riding shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you little thing. Yeah, minute man, motherfucker.
And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
Right.
And the eyes of them both were open,
Right.
and they knew that they were naked.
Yeah. Without the truth, without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because what the spirit imparteth, right? Because the spirit can't dwell in something malicious, man, or unrighteous.
Yeah,
The spirit has to come. Yeah, it has to come off of you.
They knew they were in sin.
Yeah, they knew they were in sin, but the spirit wasn't there. The spirit can't dwell in, they tell you that what business do light have to do with dark? So when light is there and then darkness come in, light has to age. You're in sin now. Now it got nothing to do with you, right? Now you're ashamed. Now you got to run naked, right? Which is basically just not actual naked, just without the truth. And now you're ashamed. And now when the prophets come speaking to you, now you know the prophets are going to see something in you, right? Because they tell you that, because in the scripture it says what? Their spirit bear witness with what? With our spirit. And at that moment, they didn't have the spirit, right? Their spirit wasn't going to bear witness with our spirit in that moment, right? Because what it says in the voice.
And they sowed fig, and they sowed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
Keep going. Right?
And they heard.
Right, that's what the Freemasons say that goes back to what that little apron thing that they make. They say they make that because of the Garden of Eden. They say that covers, so that goes into Freemasonry, right? So that thing, the apron, goes back to Freemasonry. So that goes into the philosophies of this world, the Freemasonry and things of this world.
I got a quick precept on that.
Okay,
This is Isaiah 30, verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, right? Yeah, that they may be add sin to sin, right? So they're taking that covering of the other nations.
Yeah. That's where you get the Boule and the Illuminati, all that stuff come from. And that's what that is. That's that cover. They say, fuck it, we're gonna be like the other nations. We gonna put the apron. Yeah, the apron is basically sin.
Not the Lord. They had no spirit.
Yeah. So they had to come up with something, because it's basically saying, what? That's like the first Illuminati, right? Because that's going into their
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, that goes into the Illuminati, that apron. You know what I mean? Because, keep going.
And they heard and they heard the voice of the Lord Yahweh walking in the garden.
Right? So that wasn't the Lord, that was the prophet. So the prophet was coming, and he said, what?
In the cool of the day.
Uh-huh.
And Adam,
because it says from evening to evening was the first day. So this is the evening, the cool of the day in the evening.
and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord Yahweh
From the prophet.
amongst the trees of the garden.
Right? Against all they hid out amongst all the other nations. Right? Dealing with diving into all the other nations' philosophies as they do it this day. The same thing, we're scattered amongst all nations into all different philosophies. Right?
Verse 9, and the Lord Yahweh.
That's good. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men, that Yahweh might manifest them, and they that might see that they themselves are beasts.
Right, yeah, see, every man is just a beast. So it goes back to just what he was saying. Every man is just a beast in itself, man. Right? So you're talking about a bunch of nonsense, man. You hit that Daniel's let's say 7. No.
It's a 7. I don't remember whether they 7 or 7.
7.
It was 7.
I got a quick reason. The book of Psalms, chapter 73, I'm going to go right to the point, verse 22, and this is Asaph, when he's speaking, about the wicked, concerning the wicked. It says, so foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's basically, we're not the beast. It's the Lord, man. We're not the right spirit.
Without the spirit on you, like what you were saying, without the spirit had to leave. Without the spirit on you, you're just a beast. And that's every nation that ruled, right? Like what Daniel said, you had to maybe starting.
I think it was 7 and 7.
Go ahead, start down. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, start down.
This is Daniel 7 in verse 7. After this, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stomped the residue of the feet of it. And it was...
Was it? No, I started off at 3.
3?
Yeah.
Daniel 7 and 3. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea.
Yeah, pointing to the four empires that were going to rule before the end of the world, right? And this is what Daniel seen, that these 4 empires were going to rule before the end of the world. Go ahead.
Diverse one from another.
Yeah, they all these empires, right, that's going to rule are going to be diverse, which means different from each other. The way they're going to rule, how they're going to handle things, right? Go ahead.
The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
Right, which is the Babylonian Empire, which was gold, because under Nebuchadnezzar, the Lord called him to come against all these other nations. And when the Lord turned his mind into matter of fact, it tells you that the Lord turned his mind into a beast, right? Yeah, and he ate up of the grass. But when he ate of the grass, the reason why Babylon is the golden head is because when he ate the grass, and he came, it says it gave him back to a man's mind. When he got the man's mind, he gave praise to the Lord. So he you know what I mean? The rest of these nations would never do that. So that's why it's the golden head, Babylon, right? What?
I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked.
Right.
And it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon his feet as a man.
Right. See, that's when he ate that thing, and he was eating the grass, and then when the Lord gave him back a man's mind, he stood upon his feet like a man. Right? Keep on.
And a man's heart was given to
And
it.
a man's heart was given unto him. Yeah. Yeah, he came into remembrance. You know what I mean? Knowing that the Most High do rule in the kingdom of men. Right? Keep going.
Wait, I got that real quick.
Go ahead.
Daniel 4, verse 34. It says, and at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me.
Right there it is. His understanding returned unto him.
After he came out of that beastly state.
Yeah.
It says, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that
Right.
liveth forever.
Right. I blessed and praise the Most High, that liveth forever.
Right.
Right? Come on.
Whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. Right? I got a little bit more. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing.
Yeah. All the other nations are nothing, man. See?
And he do it.
So all that God loves everybody and everybody can be saved. No, we're talking about the nation of Israel, and we're not talking about every Israelite is black or every Israelite is Latino. We're saying we're diverse, right? There's some Israelites that look white, some Israelites that look Chinese,
anything,
different, but it still goes back to the bloodline. Right? It's still your bloodline still has to go back to Israel.
Right.
So you may look like someone else, but your bloodline still goes back to this family.
Right.
Everyone has African DNA. Doesn't matter who you are.
No.
In your genome.
That's what they tell you, right?
No, that's where humanity started, was Israel.
That's what they tell you. Can you get that?
Cradle of life.
Israel's the mother of us all.
Cradle of life.
I got a little bit more.
Yeah, keep going.
It says, and all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth.
Hey, in the army of heaven, right? The angels, right?
And among the inhabitants of the earth.
Right, because everything belongs to the Lord. So the Lord can use anything because it's called him the Lord of hosts. So the Lord of hosts, which means armies, the Lord can have anyone fight against each other, right? Going into the race wars and the things that's going to happen. Go against yourself, all right? That's why it says Satan against Satan should not stand. So Esau is against Esau, and that's why your kingdom's not going to stand, right?
Right. And it says, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? You can't do that. Why are you doing it? Yeah. No.
But that's what basically what Esau's doing.
Right.
He's saying, well, Lord, why are you doing it? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go about and try to create my own way to keep the birthright. Right?
Right. Well, a little bit more. It says, at the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and my brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my lords sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment.
Yeah, he extolled all the things of heaven and his work of judgment. Right. So that's why the head was gold, the golden head dealing with that Babylon, the first one of the first nations to rule. Right.
And those that walk in great pride, he is able to abase.
Right. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen to this place. Right. Because America, Babylon the Great, is going to be a base. Man.
Right.
Esau's going to be a base.
I mean, that's why he did that to Nebuchadnezzar. He made him a beast. He was proud. He said, I did it. Right. That's exactly the same thing Esau's doing today.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Galatians 4:26.
Go ahead.
It says, Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
Yeah, see, Jerusalem, which is above, is free, right? Keep going.
Which is the mother of us all.
Which is the mother of us all. So we're dealing with the nation Israel. We're not dealing with the motherland being Africa. We're dealing with the motherland being, our motherland being Israel, the mother of us all, which is dealing with the elect, Lord willing, and then to all Israel going to be saved. According to the scripture, all Israel is going to be saved.
But we can really think about it, who's fighting over Africa?
Right.
The only land that everybody's been fighting over since the beginning that you can think
Well,
of.
they're fighting over the resources, but not over the land,
Right.
like that. Yeah, they don't want to. They ain't trying to dwell there. They're just trying to take the resources and run away. Yeah.
Keep going.
on that. Yeah.
Continuing on, verse 5, and behold, another beast, a second,
The second
like
beast,
to a bear,
like to a bear, which is the Medo-Persian Empire.
and
Right.
it raised up itself on one side, And it had 3 ribs.
Because one was more powerful. I believe was the Medes more powerful than the The Persians were more powerful than the Medes, right? So raise up on one side, yeah. Yeah, the Persians were more powerful than the Medes, right? So like,
And those ribs are going into the wars. I forget exactly which countries they conquered, but that's what's going into.
yeah, but it was a surgical. But the main reason how they got the thing, it was a surgical strike against Babylon, right? The king was drunk, and they came in as a surgical strike to beat Babylon, right? Keep going.
In the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
Right? Just them conquering all the other nations to make sure that they're solidifying their rulership, right, upon the earth at that time. And then one thing you notice, if you watch a look, sometimes they show you a map of all the places when they ruled. When Babylon was ruling, they only ruled this much of the world. And then when the Medo-Persians ruled, they ruled this much. And then when you go into the Greeks, they're going to rule this much. And then when the Romans ruled, they ruled almost all of the Eastern Rome, which where you're going into the second leg of Rome. Second leg of Rome, which is America, EU, and NATO, they ruled pretty much almost all the globe. Right? Go ahead.
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon its back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, 6 again.
Where'd you have when you left off?
Rise, devour, yeah, it was 5.
Dominion means rulership. Dominion.
Right, but I mean, if the Bible tells us what's supposed to happen in already Revelations,
Right.
who's to say that dominion is not a place where they're talking about? It's the same word, right? It's a spell, but it's right, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure they use different. They use words to dictate what they're trying to do. So they might use it like the voting system. You said the voting thing is called Dominion.
Oh, yeah, the name of the software company that runs it.
It's called Dominion, but that's what they're intending to do. They're intending to rule. So they name it Dominion because they intend to have dominion, to have rulership. So they're gonna have you vote yourselves out.
That part.
Yeah, they're gonna have you vote yourself out of having freedom. Because each time you vote, you're voting away your freedoms.
You're absolutely right. Not only that, who's voting for Donald Trump? The exact people who's gonna hurt. Poor people, poor white people.
Everybody's going to be hurt this time.
They're being misled.
Everybody's going to be hurt. Jacob's trouble is coming.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's going to.
It's coming, bro.
Yeah. Race wars, famine, death, pestilence. Hey, everything's coming. MOTB. That's the main thing. Operation Warp Speed. That's the main thing we're doing. Operation Warp Speed. That's what they're doing.
In all likelihood, that's what that big shutdown worldwide was.
13.
That was the look away.
And that goes into the second one.
Well, the devil's a deceiver, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, right.
Keep going. Where you at?
6. I'll read 6 again.
What?
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard.
Okay, there you go. That's what I mean. Leopard going into Alexander the Great, right? Which is the Greeks, the first to rule over Grecia, right? You get that?
The first to make contact with Egyptians as well.
Maccabees 1. First Maccabees, chapter 1. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. Right?
This is First Maccabees 1 at the top. And it says, and it happened after that, Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians,
right.
and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Yeah, the first over Greeks. He conquered Greece, and then he became the first of Greek because he took on the nationality of the Greeks after he conquered them. Because he's actually an Edomite, right? The Macedonian goes back to him being an Edomite. His father was an Edomite. His father was related to what's his name? Hagag. Agag. Yeah, his father was related to Agag, and Agag is an Edomite. So that makes that will make Alexander the Great an Edomite because it goes through your father, the seed of your father, right? But keep on. Yeah. Keep on. Go ahead. Keep on.
Verse 2. And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth.
Right.
And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
Right. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Be still and know that I'm God.
Yeah, because he made the earth quiet. Hey, he took over everything, and that's when he took over a good portion of the world, right? But then when the Romans came in, they here comes.
Which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. That was the swiftness in which he.
The swiftness in the way, yeah, in the way he took him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he only ruled for 12 years. Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
The beast had also 4 heads.
Oh yeah, that's going into the generals, the 4 generals that after he died, that they rose up his 4 generals that he appointed them basically kings. They start ruling their own providence. You know what I mean? Different province. What?
Lysimaeus, Ptolemy, Cassander, and what was the other one? I have it in my notes.
Yeah, because those were the 4 heads that took over after them.
Yeah,
because it was called the Diadochi. They pretty much had those generals trying to come up, you know, and ultimately it was the Antiochus and it came out of I believe it was the Seleucid Empire.
Yeah.
Seleucid. That was the other one. Seleucid, Ptolemy, Cassander, Lysimaeus.
yeah.
I get a little rusty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to remember it on the fly. Like, yeah. That's what we need. And dominion was given to it.
Right. Dominion was given unto him. So dominion means rulership. He took over.
That's when evil
Yeah,
began
to rise in the earth, multiply in the earth. Yeah.
After this, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast.
Right. And this goes into the 4th. Right.
Dreadful and terrible.
Dreadful and terrible, which it was, man. The iron age, what they call the iron age, which iron is extremely cheap, but you can make it super durable, and you can make it sharp, and it could go almost forever. You can swing and swing and swing, and eventually, you know, once it gets chips in, all you do is sharpen it back up, and you can keep swinging at it.
It'll break other metals.
It'll break other metals, yeah.
The hardness of the metal in relation to the heat to make it.
Right.
One of the easiest metals to make with far more.
Right. And that's what made the Roman Empire powerful at that time. Yeah.
And strong exceedingly.
And strong exceedingly. Yeah, see, that's what made them powerful. Strong exceedingly. Go ahead.
And it had great iron teeth.
Right, there you go. The iron, the great iron teeth. Going to that iron again. They were wielding
Out.
with that power, yeah.
It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Right, yeah. See, that's what you were saying. It broke other irons. They swinging it, broke other metals, and they stomped out all the other nations, man. And they ruled a greater part of the world, which would be basically the actual known part of the Eastern world. They put all the known world at that time, right? Before what's his name? Cristobal Colon came over to this part of the world.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast,
Right.
that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast. You want me to start up?
You didn't read it all?
I thought you wanted me to just go right to the point.
But other word for that is animation. When you
Where it says that
No,
the wounded.
okay.
Okay.
That goes into the time of what's called coming up.
Okay.
Christopher Columbus coming over to America, which is going to erect the second leg of Rome, right? Coming from England. America is a part of England, right?
Smallpox wiped out
I think it's 4.
99% of the indigenous
I
people.
think it's Daniel's 4 where it says there's one should come, a small one should come out of the 10 heads.
No, it's in 7. It's just not 1.
Oh, is that more? It's in 7?
Yeah, it's in 7.
Okay, 7.
Well, it's not. I don't know. What you leave off, brother?
I am in. I'm in 7 right now.
7 and what?
7 and 7.
Oh, yeah. I think we got to keep reading down. It's in the little horn that lived. What are you talking about? The little horn that came yeah, the horn that came out of the. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, go.
Keep going in. Then we'll get to this.
All right, continuing on. And devoured and break in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Right.
And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
Right, because they have a Congress. They had a Congress. They basically had
Voting system.
they had a voting system, right? The Flavian patricians, Flavian patricians, right? They had the Flavian patrician. They had a voting system, a Senate. They had a voting system, and the Caesar will only be there for like 2 years. So I think they changed it under this society where it's 4 years. Every 4 years, basically, technically, a president, but really it's really a new Caesar can be voted in.
Right, because in the past there was a monarchy where the king would pass it down to the son.
Right. So they wanted to change it to make it different, but then technically they all are kings. They are passing it down to their sons because every president is related. They're all related. It goes back to king. It goes back to the king of England.
Even Obama.
Even Obama, but they're all related. Yeah, please.
And it had 10 horns.
Right.
I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn,
Right.
before whom were
out of it came another little horn, which is talking about America, came out of England to create America. NATO, EU, and America represents the Roman treaty, right? Which they don't really put America in now. It's hard to find that, but you used to be able to find it that America was part of the Roman treaty too. But when you look it up now, it doesn't say that. It don't say that America's part of the Roman treaty.
The Constitution was based on the Magna Carta too.
They got the Roman treaty, which symbolizes they know who they are, right? That's the point that we're making. That these Edomites, they know who they are. They know that they're the Edomites. That's why they came up with the Roman treaty. So that makes this place be what? The second leg of Rome, right? Because technically England rules over America. America's just a base. They make you think that whole little thing with the what's it called? The Boston Tea Party or whatever it was. That was an uprising, and that made the fight so they could fight and this and that. But it was all staged. Just like everything that they're doing is all staged, right?
The dollar's never been worth more than the pound, ever.
Can you get that up? We know the devices of Satan.
Hey, I gotta go, guys, but is it okay to car? How do I join you guys? Can I come to like a meeting? Not this, but it's like a private meeting I can check out and come join you guys?
Private meeting?
Well, I don't know how you guys got it. I just want to be part of your group because if there's knowledge, you guys know a little more than me, and that's rare. Can I get, what do you
just gotta keep coming.
Well, I see you guys all the time, but I'm always.
You gotta keep showing up, man. That's it.
What do you think?
That's how it starts.
They let me know where to show up.
If the Spirit reveals you to be, you know what I mean?
That's why I say you gotta just keep coming. Yeah. We gotta see it by dedication first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn,
right,
before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up.
All right, that goes into France, England, and Spain.
Yeah, the Revolutionary War.
The Revolutionary War, which proved that this. I think.
By the root, and behold, in this horn were eyes like a man,
right,
and a mouth speaking great things.
Right. They're speaking great things, right? going into them, going into the they're going to be speaking blasphemy. They're going to go into draconian laws. They're going to speak against the Most High. They're going to be proud. They're going to show you. They're going to show you the image of the Lord being something else. They're going to show you that image. They're going to show you the dragon, right? That's why I'm going to part.
Here we go. This is a revelation. You guys are coming devices.
Okay, yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11.
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys. Good job.
Get an advantage of us.
Right. Since we know that a lot of that stuff was all orchestrated. These are called crisis actors, man. So we know the whole thing with Trump and the shooting is all crisis actors. This whole thing with Biden saying he's sick is crisis actors. The Boston Tea Party was crisis actors. This thing's all madness, man. It's all things. And then people go, well, people really died. Yeah. There's a thing called collateral damage. You have to have these things to make you believe it was real, right? You gotta have people actually die so they can say it was. See, people really died. It's real. It really happened. It's just theater.
It's theater. And sometimes it's just you in a bag until you get behind and they open the bag and you get out the bag and disappear. They pay you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Be invisible for a while.
And ultimately, it's the Lord's movie. Deals.
Where theater from? We got deals being God, but this is the Lord's movie. Yeah, right.
It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And that's just the device to trick you jakes into believing and to want to go vote, man. Vote for someone that cannot help you, right? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man cannot help you, man. Right? Nor the so-called white woman can't help you. Right? But that was it.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 3. And it says, and I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death.
Right, they're going to the Roman Empire, which proves that this is the second leg of Rome, or Rome 2.0, however you want to call it. But I always say second leg of Rome because he saw a statue, a man. It says a man has two legs. So that one leg fell, and the other leg is still there. So the second leg of Rome, right?
And his deadly wound was healed.
And his deadly wound was healed, bringing back it through NATO, EU, and America. Renaissance, right? Right, the rebirth of Esau.
Right.
The rebirth of Edom. Esau, Edom. Right? Ruling. Now they're ruling a greater portion of the world, where America's military is in all different places all over the world. Kind of what you were talking about how they want to put that missile over there in Germany, which proves that they're ruling a great portion of this world. Right?
They rule over all of the African and so-called African nations. Those in Russia, those are Edom. That's Edom as well. So they literally do rule the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's really no place you can go.
Right, in which a lot of them Chinese people are actually Esau too. Because Chinese people are meant to be dark. So all of them light, super light, damn near almost white Chinese people. That's actually something new in the earth. Right? Because they were dark. Right? Yeah. And then they don't show the dark ones. There must be still dark ones there. But when you show it on TV, they don't show the dark ones. Even when they show you the TV in Russia, they don't show you the dark people that live in Russia.
Arabs,
they don't show
dark Arabs.
Yeah.
No dark Egyptians ain't dark.
At least, yeah. Go ahead.
This is dictionary Renaissance meaning says Renaissance is a French word meaning rebirth.
Yeah,
it refers to a period of European civilization that was
European civilizations
that was marked by a revival of classical learning and wisdom.
Right, I will rebuild the decimal places. We will read that real quick. Can we get that? Malachi 4. Oh, really 5, I believe. No, this is 4. Start at 4. Okay, yeah. Let's get to the point. Yeah, get to the point.
This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we will impoverish.
Right, Edom. They say they're impoverished. They're poor. That's when they were saying they were the bowers, right? They were the bowers. We're the bowers. Now we got to be able to collect.
But we will turn and build the desolate places.
And we're going to turn the desolate places. And now we're going to call ourselves Rothschild, which means red shield. Right? Now we're going to call ourselves Rothschild, which means red shield. Keep going.
Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah host.
And we will buy up most of all of Israel, because they mostly purchased it before World War II. They purchased a great portion of that land. They went buying up a lot of parts of that land, and then some of them they didn't. They said they were just doing what's that shit called claim jumping, homesteading, right? They were just squatting on the land before they even got there yet. You mean before? And then World War II is when they basically actually got into that land, which by the Balfour Declaration, you know what I mean? They're not the people. The state of Israel was created, right? But
they shall build, or I will throw down.
Yeah, they will build, but who the Most High is going to throw down, man? Right? This place is out of here, man. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Right, you are the border of wickedness, man. And so the Lord has to judge you. Right? The Lord said, I will plead with them for my people. And that plea goes into what? Judgment. Right?
And the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has an indignation forever.
Forever. Hey, see, that's never going to change. The Lord said, also, he said that he will go, he will go the war with Amalek for generations. I think it's Ecclesiastes. Exodus. I think it's Exodus 4 at the bottom. I think it's Exodus. I believe it's Exodus. I think it's Exodus 4 at the bottom. It's Exodus 4. Where's Exodus 3? Where's it 3?
I'll look it up.
Exodus. Is it Exodus? No. I think it's Exodus. No. Yes, it's to say the war with
generation to generation.
With Amalek,
Yeah.
Amalek from generation. Amalek is the grandson of Esau, right? I know it's in Exodus.
Could be.
But I did it.
Exodus 17.
17, there you go. 16. 17 to 16. Yeah. Exodus 17 to 16.
Exodus 17 and 16. Where he said, because the Lord Yahweh Shai has sworn that the Lord Yahweh Shai will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Right, so that's the Lord has indignation with them forever. So righteous anger, indignation, righteous anger from generation to generation, which means what? Forever, man.
Back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 3 says, and I saw one of the heads as they were wounded to death.
Right.
And his deadly wound was healed.
And his deadly wound was healed, right?
And all the world wondered after the beast.
Dealing with the second leg of Rome, the Roman treaty, which is America, NATO, EU, this Edomite system is the second leg of Rome, right? What you can see in their buildings, their courthouses, their buildings, everywhere they go. And then even it tells you how the people wonder and they worship after the beast. So you can go to other countries where they make a similitude of the way the court buildings are made here, right? They start wearing suits and all these different things, walking and talking like the self-proclaimed so-called white man, buying into their fruit, their philosophies, their ways, right? But
it says, and they worship the dragon,
right,
which gave power unto the beast.
Right, which that going to the Roman Empire. So a lot of these people now they got a president, or they have a prime minister, and they have a so-called cabinet and Congress and stuff like that under their system. When their system was a system of just having kings. So now you don't really hear things about kings anymore. So this is their thing of following behind that thing to make it look like everybody has their a free will or some type of way that they can live free, and everything is basically it's just gross darkness. You know what I mean? You're not free. All these are kings, and it's pretty much the same thing. They give you a sense of freedom, but your only freedom here in America is to sin, right? What?
It says, and they worship the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?"
Right. They dropped Fat Boy and Little Man, dropped that on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and people will say, "Hey, who can make war with them?" Oh my God, we're afraid, right? A lot of people that made them afraid.
Fire from heaven.
They dropped fire, made fire come down from heaven, and then the elite basically made Russia go into a economic collapse, so they couldn't go to war against America back in those days. But now, no matter what they do, it's like Russia's making more money. It's like they can't collapse them now. So now it's America. They take bomb for her. If she were healed, they would have healed America. They would have healed Babylon, right?
She is not to be healed.
But she ain't going to be healed, right? But
and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies.
Right.
And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. So roughly that 350-year period, okay, where we were lost, man.
Yeah, we were lost.
And but the power spread Yahweh Shimei Shai, hey, we got this truth now, man. You know? Okay, it says and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle.
Right, the people, that's us, blaspheming the Most High's name, calling him Jesus Christ, calling him Jehovah, they blaspheming the Lord's name, making him look like a so-called white man when that's opposite of what he looked like. They're blaspheming his people, saying, well, we ain't nothing. They're giving us different drugs, diseases, gang violence, give us the hoods, the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, give us no hope, right?
Right. It says, and them that dwell in heaven.
Hey, them that are all over the earth, all over the world, right? They say, hey, follow us, do what we do. Take a Coke and a smile, man. Eat a fucking Big Mac and everything's gonna be okay. While we bomb you, shoot you, kill you, steal your natural resources, but take a Coke and a smile and everything's gonna be all right. You just love the so-called white man. Let's have sympathy for the devil, man.
Take some ibuprofen and put it back.
Right.
Take some ibuprofen and put it back in it.
Right, yeah.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints,
right,
and to overcome them.
Right, and that's what happened. That's what like you said, the slavery, the 350 years. Right.
So that power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Right, that's what we're talking about. They ruling over pretty much the whole known world at this point in time.
Right.
All kindreds, tongues, and nations. They're ruling over all these places now. So now we're coming into the last rulership. So this is the fourth beast. That after this, there's going to be no more other nation, no more heathens able to rule. Right?
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Right. Yeah, everybody's worshiping the guy who's not written in the name. His name is not written in the book of life. So guess what they're going to happen? What's going to happen to them? If the blind lead the blind, they both should fall into a ditch. So now your name is not written in the book of life. Because you're loving and worshiping him, that name is not written in the book of life. Right? So this is why 2/3 of our own people have to die, man. Right?
And then it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right.
And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So they led us to captivity. They're going to have to go into captivity. They killed us with the sword, gave us the barrios, the reservations, gave us the poor, what they say, the overlooked and the poor, and wanted to give us the CV-19 booster shots first, all these other different things. And they're basically coming after the elect, right?
Yep.
So
I'm right there. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I know that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what
it says. Verse 11.
Yeah.
Or do you want to close it out there? You
No,
want the two words. Okay.
Yeah.
It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb.
Right, he had two horns like a lamb. Going into, like you said, the Flavian patricians, going into the Democrats, the Republicans, right? Going into that whole system, right?
Right. And he spake as a dragon.
They spake as going into this time pretty soon under Donald Trump. They already said when Donald Trump get elected that he's gonna implement the hangings firing squad, the guillotine, right?
He gonna bring the pain.
He gonna bring the pain.
He gonna bring
So
the
it's,
pain.
they're gonna speak at the dragon, was going into draconian laws, man. When all these race wars and all these class wars, basically the order out of chaos, they're gonna be blasting people, they're gonna be shooting people, and this is how they're gonna get that the order out of it.
And you know what?
Right.
You know what's beautiful is that, as with all things, they're gonna get you Americans to ask for it. You're gonna ask for your own, the same way after that 9/11 event. You ask, take my liberty, take my freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna ask. You asking right now to put DJ in, and as soon as when DJ gets in, he gonna bring the pain.
They're gonna do a remix.
Yeah.
DJ
Bring it back,
back one more time. Yeah, they're gonna do a remix on
You know, you
DJ.
asked for this demon, and he bought you over aggressive,
taxing,
right, crooked
gas,
people,
crooked letter people, all
right?
sorts
You
of
know
stuff.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Giving all your money to another country.
Yeah, giving all your money to Ukraine. hey,
That's
people, people ask, can they file Ukraine on their taxes now?
Right.
Yeah, that's like another child. That's another dependent.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
he
Right.
over here every other month. Give me money.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, let me get the last one just because we're going into that. It says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast
Right, which is Rome.
before him,
Right.
and causes the earth and them that should dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed.
Right, going to Rome, right, and their whole thing was to conquer all the known world at that time. And this time they got what's it called? Technology to help them. That's why it tells you when it tells you that it's going to cause things to speak. Now you got AI to call you. Now you got AI things. Like that movie. Is it Elysium? When the dude goes to go see his PO, and his probation officer was a goddamn machine. And so this is where the thing that they want you to do. Everything is going to be where the system is going to speak to you, right? You're gonna be speaking to AI. You have AI lawyers and AI this and AI that, and that's how you order your food through AI. You know, sometimes when you go to, have you been to McDonald's lately, or even Rallies, or Checkers, or whatever they call it? Yeah, you go into the pool and the thing. No, the AI asks you, what do you want first? Yeah. The AI asks you what do you want like to order? AI asks you that first, before the person comes over.
Can you imagine that
Right.
AI judge?
AI judge, yeah, they're gonna have the AI, yeah. So, yeah, with all that, with all that, we're gonna close out. With all that, hope that was edifying. Yeah, to the elect, right? So we're gonna give all praises and all honor, thanks in the east, the glory unto Yahweh. Yeah, double honor to the apostles and elders who we have learned this truth from. To the elder bishops, hey, and to the elect, hey, Shalom and Abba Shalom. Kwam Yasharal. Kwam Yasharal. Kwam Yasharal. Kwam Yasharal. Kwam Yasharal.